Transitioning to an eco-friendly lifestyle need not be as daunting as you think it might be. Common reasons why people are skeptical about it are it's too expensive, they don't have the time, or they just can't put in the effort for it. If you are a person who wants to live more sustainably, then these reasons needn't stop you. Here are 9 very simple and free things that you can do to reduce your negative environmental impact. They require hardly any time, effort, or money. Let's start. Number 1. Don't buy zero-waste alternatives that you don't need. A common mistake that many people do when starting a sustainable lifestyle is buying things they don't really need. For instance, take bamboo cutlery sets. They are a great product, and yes, we can carry them around to avoid plastic cutlery, but most of us don't really need it. We can simply carry the steel cutlery from our own kitchen. Every new product that we buy requires resources and energy to be produced and delivered to us, however eco-friendly they might be. So, when you come across an eco-friendly product, think if you really need it before making a purchase. It's always best to avoid things we don't need or to use something that we already have. This leads us to the next step. Number 2. Make the best use of what you already have. Sustainable living is not about throwing away everything you own and buying eco-friendly alternatives. If you have a plastic water bottle in safe working condition, you don't have to throw it away and buy a glass bottle. Or if you're using a face cream that comes in plastic packaging, make sure you use it up completely before looking for other low-waste alternatives. As long as the products are in safe and good condition, we can continue using them, and when it is time to replace, we can then look for better alternatives. If you don't have the time or money to look for eco-friendly alternatives, you can just start by using what you already have in the most efficient way possible. When your toothpaste gets over, don't toss it out. You can cut it up and you'll find there is so much more product left to be used. This might seem insignificant at first, but we waste a lot of products during our lifetime this way. So make the best use of what you have. Number 3. When shopping for consumables, choose the biggest packet available. When buying consumable products that you use regularly, try to choose the biggest packet available. The amount of packaging waste for one big packet will usually be much lesser than the waste generated by buying several smaller packets. Let's say you want to buy staple items like spices, salt, or even oil. Choose the pack with the most quantity. This will usually be cheaper overall and will also save you time by avoiding multiple shopping trips. Please make sure to check the expiry dates so that you don't end up wasting the contents. If you're willing to put in more effort, you can look for bulk shopping stores where you can buy package-free products in your own container. Number 4. Avoid microbeads. The next time you go shopping for personal care products, steer clear of any products that have microbeads in them. It's quite commonly found in toothpastes, shower gels, and body scrubs. Microbeads are tiny pieces of plastic and they are very dangerous for the environment. In fact, they might be worse than the big plastic products that we use. If you haven't already seen it, you can check out this video to know more about microplastic pollution. Link in the description. Number 5. Ask for no receipt or an e-receipt. When you go shopping, request the cashier to give you an e-receipt instead of a paper receipt. You can also request to not have a receipt at all if you don't need it. By doing this, you can save a lot of paper. Besides, thermal receipts like the one we get from credit card machines have chemicals like BPA that are very harmful to us and the environment. For this reason, they cannot be composted and it's also very rarely recycled. Sometimes BPA-free thermal paper is available, but such papers usually contain other similar chemicals like BPS that are again very harmful. Number 6. Avoid small plastic pieces. We end up with a lot of tiny pieces when we cut open plastic packets. These are nearly impossible to recycle and they get lost easily. They may be easily consumed by animals that may choke to death. A simple hack to avoid these problems is to cut open packets in such a way that does not detach small pieces separately. We can do this by just changing the angle of the scissors and not cutting all the way through. Of course, the ideal situation would be to avoid any plastic packets altogether, but when that is not possible, we can follow this tip. Number 7. Don't wish cycle. Wish cycling is the act of throwing questionable items in the recycle bin, hoping that they would get recycled. If you're not sure if an item is recyclable or not, don't put it in the bin meant for recycling. Many times, one wrong item can cause the entire content of the bin to be thrown in the trash. Many people feel like they're helping the environment by putting things for recycling. But if you're not sure of what can and cannot be recycled, you'll actually be doing more harm by wish cycling. You can have a look at this video to know more about some items that are commonly not accepted for recycling. Number 8. Feed your leftovers to stray animals. If you have leftover food, don't throw it away. You can leave them outside your house for stray animals and birds to eat. When food is thrown in the dustbin, it may end up in landfills where there isn't enough oxygen for biodegradation. This may cause the release of methane, which is a deadly greenhouse gas. If you have larger quantities of leftovers, you can donate them to those in need. And consider planning your meals better to avoid waste from the next time. Number 9. Turn off the tap when not in use. When you're brushing, washing your hands, or even when you're taking a shower, don't leave the tap on the whole time. Turn it off when you're not actively using it. We use water every day, and this simple step can help us save several gallons of water. Even when you're actively using the water, try turning the tap just halfway. This reduces the water flow, and you can save the amount of water you use by hardly doing anything. You don't have to live like a caveman to be sustainable. You can start small by choosing at least one of these tips to follow. You don't have to be perfect, but start somewhere. We need to be conscious of our environment because we are part of the environment. What affects the environment affects us. Let me know in the comments which of these tips you will begin to follow or you're already following, and subscribe to the channel for more videos just like this one. Please share this video around to spread the word. Thank you for watching.